Chinky made cake. Gattu and Chinky had no school that day, and they were bored as they had nothing to do. Chinky looked at the TV and said,
This is so boring, Gattu. Let's watch TV to pass the time. Yes, Chinky, let's watch something interesting. What should we see? How about a cartoon? No way, Chinky. I don't want to watch cartoons. Find something else. Hey, look at this, Gattu. This channel is playing a cookery show. Mummy watches this show and makes new dishes for us. Oh yes, Chinky. Let's see what they are making today. I am very excited to find out what's a new dish they are preparing. Mummy never misses this show.
A cookery show was showing a cake recipe. Gattu and Chinky started watching it very carefully.
Chinky, after watching them making this cake, I also want to eat the cake. I have an idea. How about we bake a cake? Okay, Gattu. I was thinking the same. We have nothing else to do anyways. I am so bored. So what are you waiting for? Let's go and check where Mummy has kept all the ingredients that we need to bake a cake. Yes. Gattu, you start looking for the ingredients. Meanwhile, I will go and get permission from Mummy to bake.
So both of them went to do their work. After some time, Gattu came back a bit sad. Chinky was in Mummy's room.
Hey Gattu, Mummy has given us permission to bake the cake. But Chinky, how are we going to make it? We don't have any ingredients in the kitchen. Oh kids, I just remembered that last week I made a cake and after that I was not able to go shopping. So there are no ingredients for cake available at home right now.
Hearing this, Gattu and Chinky became very sad.
We are getting so bored and we finally had an idea to make a cake. Now what will we do?
Mummy saw that kids were very upset, so she said,
Come on, Gattu Chinky. There is no need to get so upset. I have an excellent idea. You can make a sponge cake instead of a regular cake. We have all the ingredients for it.
Hearing this, Gattu and Chinky got their hopes up. They were a bit excited once again and followed Mummy to the kitchen.
See kids, we really don't have all the ingredients we need to bake a cake. So I'm sure you will not be able to make the cake you saw in the TV. But I'm sure you will still make a pretty good cake with these limited ingredients. It's okay, Mummy. We both are ready. Right, Chinky? Yes, Mummy. We are ready. Alright then. You just have to follow my instructions as it is.
Then Mummy told Gattu and Chinky the recipe to make a sponge cake. And both of them started following Mummy's instructions carefully.
So Gattu, Chinky, tell me, what shape do you want to give to your cake? Square shape. No way. It will be very boring. Let's make a heart-shaped cake. Okay then, let's make a heart-shaped cake. Okay kids, let's start. Hehehe, Chinky, why you have applied so much cocoa powder on your face? What? Where? Tell me. Oh Chinky, let me clean your face. Mummy, look, the batter is ready. I think we should taste it for a last time to check how it is. Then we can bake it. Yes, Gattu, good idea. Oh no, I think it is less sweet. We should add some more sugar. How is that possible? Chinky, I told you to add 120 grams of sugar to this mixture, right? Oh, sorry Mummy. I added only 100 grams of sugar in this. Oh, so that is why it tastes less sweet. No problem. You can still add 20 grams of sugar. Okay, Mummy. I will do it. And do one more thing. Add a few drops of vanilla essence to it. It will add a nice flavor to this cake. Okay, Mummy. I will add.
After some time, Gattu and Chinky's mini sponge cake was ready.
Oh my god, look at this, Chinky. A mini cake is looking so cute. I have never thought that we could make such a nice cake with these limited ingredients. What's more, it took so less time to bake this cake, right, Chinky? Right, Gattu. It is all thanks to our dear Mummy. It was her idea, due to which we made such a nice cake. Thank you, Mummy. Come on, kids. No need to thank me. It was my pleasure to teach you how to make this cake. Now we just have to wait for Papa to come home. After he comes home, we will cut the cake together and eat it.
Then Gattu and Chinky went near the gate and started waiting for their father and shouted when they saw him.
Surprise!
Hey, what is this, Gattu Chinky? Cake? Wow, that's nice. But why are we cutting a cake today?
Papa, Chinky and I have made this cake. We both were getting bored today, that is why.
Then Gattu, Chinky and Mummy Papa together cut the cake and they feed the first piece to Papa. Papa says, "Wow, very good, my little chefs. You have made a very delicious cake."
You're right, this cake is very tasty.
Then Gattu, Chinky ate the cake. They also loved the cake very much.
From now on, whenever we need a cake, Chinky and I will bake it. Of course, why not? I will teach you guys to make different flavored cakes. Then you can help me too. Wow, this is very nice idea, Mummy.
Then all of them enjoyed the delicious cake while chatting to each other. Gattu becomes Blue House captain. It's a busy day for school. It seemed like something was going to happen. Gattu, Chinky and their friends were excited to know what was happening. And then the teacher entered the class.
So kids, the school is going to conduct elections to select house captains. All the kids who want to participate in the election should submit their names. And this time we are going to count your unit tests mark along with elections. The students with the most number of votes as well as the highest marks in the test will be the winner. Wow! Gattu, this is a great opportunity. You are right, Chinky. I am also very excited. Gattu, you scored the highest marks in the unit test in our whole class, right? Yes, Chinky. So, Gattu, why don't you participate in the elections and try to be a Blue House captain? What? Me? No way, Chinky. How can I participate in elections? I have never participated in any elections before. So what, Gattu? There is always a first time for everything. Okay, fine. Let me think. I will give a thought and tell you.
Then the class started and all the kids started studying. After some time, it was lunch break.
So, Gattu, what did you decide? You are participating in elections, right? Oh, come on, Chinky. How can I decide something so soon? And I know I did score the highest mark in the class. But what about the votes? Bunny is the most popular student in our school. So, who will vote for me? Gattu, just go ahead. And then you will see that you get lots of vote and you will win also. Alright, Chinky, so I will go and submit my name to our teacher.
Order now from puntunkids.com and get a free Rakhi.
Then Gattu went to write his name in the election candidates list.
Do you know, Chinky? Teacher gave me the best wishes and told me that he has full faith in me. You know, it gave a boost to my confidence. That's amazing, Gattu. Now let's start preparing for our elections.
Then Gattu started working hard to make preparations for the elections. He had the highest score, so all he had to do now was to collect votes.
Chinky, from tomorrow, we are starting our campaign in the school, so we have to prepare posters first. What kind of posters, Gattu? Chinky, we have to prepare posters on big chart paper on which we will write "Vote for Gattu," and we have to prepare a great speech also. Huh? What kind of speech, Gattu? Chinky, we have to write a speech that will impress all the students and will decide to vote for me. Oh, I got it. But you know what? This is a lot of work and I don't think only two of us can finish all these things. Yes, you are right, Chinky. So what do you think we can do about it? Oh, idea! What to do, Chinky? What's the idea? Gattu, I think we should call Guddu and Hari at our home right now. They will definitely help us in making the posters. Yes, that's a great idea. And if there are more people, they can help us preparing speech as well. So, what are you waiting for? Let's go and get them quickly.
Then Gattu and Chinky went to Guddi and Hari's home and bring them to their house. Then all of them started creating posters for Gattu's campaigning. It was night by the time they finish it.
Guys, we have finished creating posters, but I have no idea how to write an impressive speech. Yes, Gattu, I also can't think of anything. No worries, friends. We will think about it tomorrow. I'm sure that we will get some nice ideas tomorrow.
Then Guddi and Hari went to their home and Chinky also went to sleep. But Gattu was thinking about his speech till late in the night. In the morning, when Chinky woke up, she saw that Gattu was at the study table writing something.
Gattu, good morning. What are you writing so early in the morning? Chinky, I am writing my speech and I have covered a lot of things in my speech. Wow, Gattu, it is a good thing. Finally, your speech is ready. Yes, Chinky, I will enjoy being the captain of Blue House. Come on, Gattu, don't be so overconfident. Elections are yet to happen. Whatever, Chinky, you will see that I will be the winner. My posters are great and even my speech is amazing. Alright, Gattu, all the very best.
In the school, all the kids started campaigning themselves and displayed their posters all over the school. The whole day was spent doing this. Next day, all the participants had to give their speech on the stage, and after 2 hours, they were going to announce the results.
Chinky, I am feeling a bit nervous now. Will I be able to deliver a good speech? Of course, Gattu. You have practiced well for it. I have full confidence in you. All the best. Thank you, Chinky.
Then it was Gattu's turn, and he gave his speech. Seeing Gattu's confidence, all the teachers and kids started clapping for Gattu. And after the speech was over, the kids went to their respective classes.
Chinky, all of my concentration is on the results. I don't know who will win. It's okay, Gattu. You have given your best, so don't be stressed about it.
Gattu Chinky were talking when the teacher entered the class, and all the kids were sitting seriously.
Students, the result of the elections are here.
Now Gattu was even more stressed. But that is when teacher announced that Gattu has been selected as the captain of the Blue House. So all the kids clapped for him to congratulate him.
See, Gattu, I didn't tell you that you will win. Congratulations, Gattu. Congratulations, Gattu. We should have a party. Thank you so much, friends.
Indian versus Italian. Papa and Mummy were discussing something important in the drawing room. That is when Gattu and Chinky came there.
What happened, Mummy, Papa? Why are you sitting here like this?
Gattu, some of my special clients are coming from Italy and I have invited them to our home.
Wow! So we are going to have guests from Italy? Yes, dear. But the problem is that your father wants that I cook Italian food for them. What's the problem with that, Mummy? What do you mean? Of course there is a problem. I think we have to feed them the Indian food that we eat, so that they will remember how tasty our food is. Right, that's what I'm trying to tell him. No, I think we have to prepare Italian food for them. They live in Italy, so they will like it.
Absolutely right. I'm with Gattu. And this way they started arguing with each other. Mummy and Chinky were in one team and Gattu and Papa in another one.
I think we should not fight with each other. Let's do one thing. We will prepare both types of dishes so that guests can enjoy both the flavors. Yes, Gattu, that's a good idea. This way they can have whatever they like. But kids, I don't even know how to make Italian food. It's okay, Mummy. You don't have to worry. You have Chinky and me. We will watch videos and tell you the recipe. It will be easy for you to make then.
Yes, that's a good idea. Mummy was not quite ready for it, but she agreed due to everyone else's suggestion. So finally the day came when Papa's Italian guests were coming and everyone was busy with chores. Gattu Chinky cleaned the house together and Mummy was busy with food preparation. The dinner menu had spaghetti and Italian pasta, along with chole bhature, jeera rice and kheer.
Mummy, you have cooked Indian food. Now it's time to prepare Italian food. Gattu, I'm feeling nervous just by hearing these names. I don't know if I can prepare them properly or not. Mummy, don't worry at all. Whatever you make, they are all delicious. So I'm sure that this Italian food is going to be amazing as well. Thank you, kids, for showing so much confidence in me. Now let's get back to work.
After that, Gattu and Chinky started instructing the recipe according to the video. And Mummy followed each step as they did. Within an hour, all of the Italian dishes were also ready.
Wow, Mummy,
It smells very delicious, really. Yes, Mummy. And it is looking delicious too. I don't know, kids. I hope it tastes delicious too. Now come on, help me set all the dishes on the dining table.
So they started putting all the food items on the table, and after a few minutes, Papa welcomed the guests into their home. Gattu Chinky also welcomed them.
Ciao.
Upon hearing this, guests also said ciao to Gattu.
Hey Gattu, what are you saying this? Chinky, ciao means hello. It is an Italian word. Wow, Gattu, you are really very smart. When did you learn it? Chinky, I searched how to say hello in Italian in the morning.
Mummy Papa were impressed with Gattu's smartness too. Then everyone enjoyed the dinner together. Mummy served the food to everyone. Wow, ma'am! You have made very delicious spaghetti.
Oh, thank you so much. Please have some more food.
What is the name of this dish?
This is chole bhature. It's a very popular spicy Indian food.
Wow, it's really very flavorful.
Mummy loved it when they praised her for her tasty food. And then they started enjoying the food.
Let's have some dessert now. This is kheer made from rice and milk topped with dry fruits.
They ate the kheer and Papa's guests really loved it. And after some time, the guests left. But before that, they couldn't stop praising the food that Mummy prepared. Do you know, our guests told me that they have never had such tasty Italian food. And they also loved the Indian food.
Really? It is so nice of them to say that. Well, Mummy, you were worried over nothing. Everyone liked your food very much. You are right, Gattu. So, Mummy, now you can sometimes cook Italian food for us too. Why not, Chinky? Sure.
Then why just Italian? You can try to prepare Chinese and Japanese cuisine too.
Oh, of course. Whatever you want.
Then they spent the evening chatting with each other. Chinky's best friend's birthday. Chinky's best friend Goodie's birthday was in next week, and Chinky was very excited about it. She was constantly talking to Gattu about it.
Gattu, you know, Goodie has asked me to help her to distribute toffees on her birthday. I know, Chinky. You have already told me this more than 10 times. Now stop it. On her birthday, she is throwing a princess-themed party. We have to wear a princess dress for our party. I am going to wear my lovely frock that Papa has gifted me on my birthday. All right, Chinky. Wear whatever you want. But please let me watch TV for now. Why don't you tell all these things to Mummy? You are right. I will go and tell Mummy everything.
Then Chinky ran into the kitchen and started telling Mummy everything with the same amount of excitement.
Chinky, by the way, have you thought what gift you will get for your best friend Goodie?
I am going to buy a new pencil case for Goodie. Will you come to the market with me to shop for this case?
Of course I will come, Chinky. Okay, Gattu and you take your seat at the dining table. See, I have made sandwiches for you guys.
On the dining table also, Chinky did not stop talking about Goodie's upcoming birthday to Gattu and Mummy. They enjoyed the tasty sandwiches their mother made. On birthday, Chinky entered the classroom and she saw that Goodie was wearing a cute hairband. All kids were wishing her a happy birthday and she was surrounded by a crowd.
Goodie, happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Chinky. Come, sit with me.
Chinky and Goodie sat together. Then Gattu entered the classroom along with his best friend Bunty.
Happy birthday, Goodie. Many returns of the day. Thank you so much, my friends. Goodie, your hairband is really very pretty. Thank you, Chinky. You are coming to the party in the evening, right? Of course, I will come, Goodie. There is no doubt about it.
That is when the teacher walked into the class and all the kids hurriedly sat on their seats. When the class was about to end, Goodie stood up and went to ma'am along with the packet of toffees.
Oh, happy birthday, Goodie. Go to the principal's office to take the blessings and give principal ma'am toffees too.
Okay, ma'am.
Goodie,
Whom do you want to take with you?
Ma'am, I would like to go with Chinky.
After that, Goody and Chinky went to the principal's office to give her toffees.
May I come in, ma'am?
Come in, beta.
Goody and Chinky entered the principal's office. Goody gives some toffees to the principal ma'am.
Happy birthday, Goody. May God bless you.
Principal ma'am signed a birthday card and gave it to Goody. Then Goody and Chinky left the principal's office. After the school was over, Chinky said to Goody,
Goody, today we had a lot of fun, right? We went to so many classes to distribute toffees. Yes, Chinky. And don't forget to come to my house at 5 o'clock for the party. Oh, there are some extra toffees for you. Thank you, Goody.
Chinky and Gattu went home. And at home, Chinky said to Mummy,
Mummy, look, Goody has given extra toffees to me only.
That's good, Chinky.
Yes, Mummy. And Mummy, have you kept my princess dress ready? And what about my favorite headband?
Don't worry, Chinky. I have kept everything ready. Now go and get freshen up and have your lunch. And ask Gattu to do the same.
Okay, Mummy.
After finishing their lunch, Gattu and Chinky started getting ready for Goody's birthday party.
Mummy, see? How do I look?
Wow, my beautiful Chinky. You are looking exactly like an angel.
Chinky was very happy to hear the praises. And then Mummy dropped both of them at Goody's house.
Now you can also buy our favorite toys from www.puntunkids.com. Link is in the description.
Hi, Chinky. Hi, Gattu. Oh, wow, Goody. We are both wearing the same colored dresses. We are really looking like best friends. Yes, Chinky. You are absolutely right. We will click some nice photos together. And then we will get these photos framed. Yes! Goody, this is an amazing idea. Oh, I almost forgot. Take this, your birthday gift, and there are some flowers that I plucked for you on the way. Oh, wow. These flowers are so beautiful. Thank you so much, Chinky. What is the gift? Why don't you check yourself? Wow, this pencil box is so pretty. And it also has a picture of my favorite cartoon character. Thank you, Chinky. You're welcome, Goody.
Then Goody's mummy called all the kids together.
Come on, kids. Let's cut the cake. And let's click lots of photos.
Then everyone enjoyed the cake cutting and took lots of photos.
Okay, kids. Now it's time for a special game. Are you guys ready? Yes, we are ready.
Okay, kids. Now we will play Passing the Parcel game. For this game, we have to sit and form a big circle. Then the music will be played. When the music stops, whoever is holding the parcel will have to either dance, recite a poem, or sing a song.
Then all the kids started playing Passing the Parcel. Gattu was the first one to go, and he danced in front of everyone. Then it was Goody's turn, so she recited a sweet poem taught in the school. Next was Chinky's turn, so she decided to sing a nice song for everyone. In this way, all the kids enjoyed the birthday party, and after some time the party was over.
Bye, Goody. Now we have to leave. We had a lot of fun today on your birthday party.
We really enjoyed the party.
And Auntie, the food was really good. Thank you, Gattu. Thank you, Chinky. See you guys at school. Okay, Goody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Goody.
Then Gattu and Chinky went to their home. After reaching home, Chinky excitedly told Mummy everything about the birthday party. Chess champion Chinky. It was rainy season, but suddenly there was a bright sunlight for weeks. And this changing climate affected children's health badly. Many children were suffering from cold and flu. One day, when Chinky came back from school, she was coughing a lot.
Chinky, are you not feeling well? Are you okay?
Yes, Mummy. My throat has been feeling strange since afternoon.
Don't worry. I will boil basil leaves, ginger and black pepper to make a decoction. You will feel better by the evening.
But by evening, Chinky's health got even worse and she had a fever too. So Papa called their family doctor and the doctor did a thorough checkup of Chinky. She is suffering from a viral infection. Many children are suffering from this. But don't worry, I will prescribe some medicines. Chinky will feel better in a few days. Gattu was also very worried about Chinky. So, as a responsible brother, he rushed to the medical store and brought medicines for Chinky. Mummy fed it to Chinky and then Chinky went to sleep. The next day, Chinky was not going to school. The doctor had asked to take a rest for the whole day. When Gattu would come home from school, he used to spend most of his time with Chinky. He used to read her interesting stories from storybooks and magazines, so she wouldn't get bored. When Mummy saw that Gattu was taking such good care of Chinky, she was very happy. One day, Gattu read something very interesting in the newspaper, so he told Chinky about it.
You know what, Chinky? Today I read about a computer that can play chess.
Really?
Yes, Chinky. Scientists have created a computer that can play a game of chess just like a human. Its name is Deep Blue. And once it has defeated the world champion player of chess too.
Wow! You know, I also find the game of chess very interesting.
I will install a chess app on your mobile phone. You can learn and practice this game on it, even when you have no partner.
Gattu installed the chess app on Chinky's phone.
Now you can also buy our favorite toys from www.puntunkids.com. Link is in the description.
And then Chinky learned everything about chess and started practicing it. Even Papa and Mummy were happy with Chinky's new interest. The next day, when Papa came from the office, he handed over a packet to Chinky.
Papa, what is in this packet?
Open it and see for yourself. It's a surprise gift for you. When Chinky opened the packet, she found a chessboard in it.
Wow, Papa, it is such a nice chessboard.
Mummy and Gattu also started clapping after seeing the surprise gift.
I am very sure that one day Chinky will be a great chess player and will make all of us very proud, just like Pragya Ananda. Mummy, who is this Pragya Ananda? Pragya Ananda is an Indian chess player who defeated the world champion Magnus Carlsen last year at the young age of 16.
He defeated the world champion at such a young age.
Chinky, you can also be a champion at a young age, I'm sure.
Then, Chinky started playing online chess with some of her school friends. And within a few days, she improved a lot in this game that even people from school were also praising her. Some of Chinky's classmates told their sports teacher Radhika ma'am about Chinky. Radhika ma'am herself was a great chess player. The next day, Radhika ma'am went to Chinky's home to check on her. Chinky's health had improved a lot due to the doctor's medicine, but it would take another 3-4 days for her to fully recover.
Chinky, you don't have to worry about attendance. Just take care of your health.
Okay, ma'am.
I have also heard that you are a very good chess player. Everyone at school is praising you.
I am still at a learning phase, ma'am, but I like playing chess very much.
So why don't we play a game together?
Chinky placed the chessboard and started playing with Radhika ma'am. Mummy brought tea and biscuits for Radhika ma'am. Then she sat there and started watching their game. Radhika ma'am was very impressed when she noticed that Chinky played her moves in a calm and thoughtful way. Of course, Radhika ma'am won the game, but the way Chinky played the game was worth praising. Radhika ma'am gave lots of tips to Chinky to improve her game. After some days, there was going to be an inter-school chess tournament, and Chinky Gattu's school principal announced their school team.
This year, our school's team for the chess tournament includes Vishal, Pragya, Kumud and Chinky.
All the kids applauded and encouraged the school team.
Congratulations, Chinky. I knew that you would be selected for this team.
While many students were happy hearing Chinky's name, some teachers raised doubts about Chinky's ability. History teacher Sandhya ma'am said,
Chinky is so young. How will she be able to play with senior students of the tournament at such a young age? Though Chinky is very young, but her mind is very sharp for this game. I am sure that Chinky will make our school proud.
Next Sunday, inter-school chess tournament started in town hall. Mummy, Papa and Gattu were also present there to cheer up Chinky. And along with Chinky, the other players of the school team and Radhika ma'am were there too. In the first round, two players from Chinky's school team, Kumud and Vishal, lost their game. Pragya played excellently and was qualified for the second round. But Chinky's match was with a student from St. Paul's School, Peter Verghese. He was last year's semi-finalist. Peter, with overconfidence, told his friends,
This little girl will not last even for half an hour.
His friends started laughing at Chinky. But when the game started, Chinky surrounded Peter and trapped him. He did not pay attention to the trap that Chinky was weaving with her queen in half part of the board. And after 15 minutes, Peter was checkmate. Even in the second round, Chinky defeated her opponent and made her way to the semi-finals. Everyone present over there was talking about Chinky. On the other hand, Pragya, another player from Chinky's school, lost the match. Now it was up to Chinky to win the medal for their school. In the semi-finals, Chinky's opponent was Rubina, who was participating in the tournament for the first time just like Chinky. But she was famous in the tournament for her attacking moves. Before match started, Radhika ma'am tried to explain Chinky.
Chinky, Rubina's attacking game is very dangerous.
Ma'am, I will open the game with the strategy of Sicilian defense. Let's see how patient Rubina is.
The game started and Rubina played attacking moves one after another. But Chinky's anticipation was very sharp. She was well prepared in the Sicilian defense technique, which made Rubina lose her patience. Rubina suddenly started making mistakes and Chinky took advantage of this situation to destroy Rubina's defense. Everyone was surprised to see that Chinky managed to defeat Rubina in such a calm manner. After some time, the final game started and this time Chinky was playing with Shanaya Verma, last year's champion. She was not only 4 years older than Chinky, but had also won gold medal in a row for the last 2 years. Chinky couldn't understand Shanaya's strategy, and gradually Shanaya gained control over the game. She killed Chinky's 2 bishops and 1 knight, while Chinky was able to kill only 3 pawns of Shanaya. The game was slowly moving in the favor of Shanaya. Gattu, Papa and Mummy were worried about the game. But then Radhika ma'am said,
Chinky is making high-risk move. And if it works, she will have direct control over Shanaya's queen.
Actually, Radhika ma'am had taught her this move already. And her guess was absolutely correct. After some time, Chinky killed Shanaya's queen. Shanaya's whole game was based on her queen, and Chinky's move had made her lose control over the game. After some time, Chinky made Shanaya checkmate. And the whole town hall echoed with the applause of the people. The chief guest presented the gold medal to Chinky. Papa, Mummy, Gattu and Radhika ma'am were very happy.
Chinky, you are now directly qualified for the state level junior chess championship. Very nice. Chinky, you spent your time learning a new skill when you were sick. And today you are champion because of it. We are proud of you, Chinky.
Monsoons had started and now the rain wasn't stopping. Gattu, Chinky and Mummy were watching the rain from their balcony.
Mummy, it looks so beautiful when it is raining. I want to play and have fun in this rain. You stole my words, Gattu. I was also thinking the same. I want to play in the rain too and have a lot of fun.
No, kids. The weather is changing. And if you play in this rain and get wet, then you might get cold and cough and feverish too. Many people are getting sick with cold nowadays.
Now you can also buy our favorite toys from www.puntunkids.com. Link is in the description.
Mummy, please, we will play only for 10 minutes.
Please. Yes, Mummy. We will play only for 10 minutes and then come back. We won't catch cold just by getting wet for a few minutes. Gattu, Chinky, even getting wet for 1 minute is enough to catch a cold. Listen to me. Don't be stubborn.
Mummy tried to make Gattu, Chinky understand the reason, but they were not listening. They somehow convinced their mother and went to play in the rain.
Chinky, I am feeling a little bit cold now.
Me too, Gattu. I am also feeling a bit cold now.
Oh dear, do you think we have caught a cold?
Please don't say that, Gattu. Mummy will scold us a lot.
What should we do now? Mummy will definitely find out that we have caught cough and cold.
Both of them were whispering to each other when Mummy came over there.
What happened, Gattu Chinky? Why are you guys whispering?
Nothing, Mummy. It's nothing.
Due to cough and cold, Gattu's throat was sore and his voice sounded croaked. As soon as he spoke to Mummy, she understood that he had caught cold.
See, I told you not to play in the rain, didn't I? And now you have caught the cold. What are you guys going to do now? Sorry, Mummy. We made a really big mistake.
Yes, Mummy. We should have listened to you. Due to our stubbornness, we have fallen sick.
Yes, Gattu. We will not be able to attend school tomorrow. And tomorrow we have an important maths lecture. We will miss it. We are going to lose our precious time for the sake of a few minutes of fun. Come on, dear. Don't stress yourself too much. I will help you. I know that you have made a mistake. But now you have to promise me to always listen to me. Then I will tell you a cure to this cough and cold.
Promise, Mummy. Mummy, now please tell us quickly. What should we do to fight this cold and get better?
Yes, Mummy. Please tell us quickly. I'm very stressed due to this. Kids, I will prepare a special decoction for you. After drinking it, you will start feeling a lot better by the morning itself. Really, Mummy? Is there a special decoction for cold? Yes, Chinky. Mummy can make anything possible.
Gattu and Chinky felt relieved after hearing Mummy's words.
Alright, Mummy. What are we waiting for? Please prepare your special decoction for us.
And again, sorry, Mummy. We will never insist on playing in the rain.
It's alright, Gattu Chinky. I'm happy that you realized your mistake. Now please wait for 10 minutes. I will go and prepare special decoction for you both.
Saying this, Mummy went into the kitchen and started preparing her special decoction. After a few minutes, the aroma of decoction started coming. Then Mummy gave that decoction to Gattu and Chinky.
See kids, this decoction is a bit bitter, but it will cure your cold and cough very soon.
Gattu Chinky were a little scared at first, but then they gathered some courage and drank the decoction.
This doesn't taste good at all, Mummy. But I finished everything because I want to cure my cold and get well.
Yes, Mummy. I also finished my portion completely. Very good, dear. Now you will be perfectly healthy by tomorrow morning. You don't have to worry at all. Now go to sleep.
Even though Mummy assured them that they would be fine, Gattu and Chinky were still stressed that they might miss the school. They were chatting till late in the night.
Chinky, what do you think? Will we get better by tomorrow morning?
I don't know, Gattu, but I trust Mummy's word. If she had said that we would be fit and fine after drinking her special decoction, then we would get better.
Okay, Chinky, let's wait and see the magic of Mummy's decoction.
Then they went to sleep. In the morning, Mummy woke them up.
Gattu Chinky, wake up. Come here. Let me see how you're feeling now.
Mummy checked them one by one and then sighed in relief.
How both of you are feeling now?
Mummy, I'm feeling very much better than last night.
I also feel that my health is perfectly fine now. Now we can go to school without any problem.
Wow, Mummy, your magical decoction really worked. Our cold and cough were cured in just one night.
Yes, dear. Mummies are an expert magician when it comes to her kids. Now go and get ready for your school quickly. Now you can attend your important maths class. Okay?
Okay, Mummy.
Chinky's new haircut. Chinky and Gattu were enjoying their free time by watching TV in the living room.
Come on, Chinky, stop it now. For how long are you going to watch the same cartoon?
No way, Gattu. I want to watch this cartoon only.
That's when Mummy entered the room.
Chinky, this is very wrong, dear. Be a good girl and share the remote with your brother. You should not fight with each other. Okay, Mummy. Here, now you watch the TV, Gattu.
Papa also entered the living room. Hey! Both of them listen to only you. They won't listen to me if I told them to do anything. You are going to your home. I have no idea how to take care of them.
What? Mummy, are you going to your mother's home? Mummy, please take us with you too. We all want to visit her. I am sorry, dear, but you have school and I am going to visit her only because she is not feeling well recently. Then it is okay, Mummy. Don't worry about us. You go there and take good care of Grandma and come back soon. Okay, dear. I will come back soon. Oh, but Mummy, I just remembered that you asked me to cut my hair. Now that you are going, how am I going to get my hair cut? Don't worry, Chinky. I will come back as soon as I can. Okay, dear. Okay, Mummy. I will have a new haircut after you come back. But only you will cut my hair.
Next day, Mummy went to her maternal home and Gattu Chinky went to school.
Students, please be quiet. We have a new principal madam at our school. Earlier, she had worked as a principal of an army school and is very strict. She has asked me to check the uniforms and hairstyles of all the students.
All the kids kept quiet and got the inspection done. After some time, some students are separated and made to stand in a different line. Chinky was also asked to stand in this line. After some time, the principal madam came over there.
Students, all of you are not wearing a proper uniform. Hence, you are asked to stand here. Your uniforms should be always neat and clean. And the length of your hair should be perfect as per the rule. Tomorrow, all of you have to wear uniform in a proper way so that the rules of the school are properly followed by you. If you don't do that, you will get a punishment. Chinky, I know what you're thinking about. I know that uniform is perfectly fine, but the problem is with your hairstyle. Your hairs are growing very lengthy, and according to your school's rule, the length of your hair should not be more than the one set by the school. So Chinky, get a haircut as soon as possible if you don't want the punishment. Okay, ma'am.
Chinky then returned to her class, but she was not talking to anyone. She was not even speaking with Gattu. After school was over, both of them went to home. Hey kids, you are back? Now hurry up and get changed and come for dinner.
No thanks, Papa. I'm not hungry at all. I'm going to my room.
Hey, what happened, Chinky? Saying this, Chinky went to her room.
You know, Papa, she is behaving like this whole day.
Gattu told Papa about what happened in school. Gattu, this is a very serious matter. Since Chinky was a kid, she had only allowed your mother to cut her hair. So I can understand why she is so worried. Your mummy is not here, so who is going to cut her hair?
But Papa, it's not such a big thing. She can get haircut by someone else for this time.
No, Gattu, she can't. Many years ago, Chinky once went to a place to get a haircut. But by mistake, the hairdresser's scissors went near Chinky's ear and she got a small cut. It was very small wound, but Chinky was also a small kid then. So she was very scared due to this incident. And since then, she only allows mummy to cut her hair.
Oh, so that's what happened. Papa, now what are we going to do?
Chinky was sitting in her room and thinking whether she will get a punishment or not. She doesn't want to get hair cut by anyone but her mummy. Chinky fell asleep while thinking about it. After some time when Chinky woke up, she saw that Papa and Gattu are ready and standing in front of her. Come on, Chinky, get ready.
Ready? But for what, Papa? Where are we going? We are going to get a haircut, Chinky. What? But I don't want to get a haircut. I will not let anyone other than Mummy touch my hair.
Wait a minute, Chinky. Not for you, Chinky. We are the ones getting the haircut.
Oh, really? Yes. See, our hair is also so long. So we are going to cut our hair short. So why don't you also come with us? Alright, let's go.
Actually, it was Papa and Gattu's plan to take Chinky for a haircut. Both of them along with Chinky went to a salon. That is when an auntie came out of the salon and asked Chinky very nicely.
Oh, so you are Chinky. You are really very sweet girl. And your hair is also very beautiful. They just need a small cute haircut. Papa, I don't want anyone other than Mummy to cut my hair.
Chinky dear, don't be so stubborn. If you don't get a haircut today, you will get a punishment tomorrow.
Chinky dear, please come in with me. If you get scared at all, at any time, I will not cut your hair. I promise, but unless you face your fear, you will never be able to overcome it, and it will stay in your mind forever.
Hearing this, Chinky gathered some courage.
Chinky dear, come here. Sit on this chair and close your eyes. You will see that I will cut your hair in no time, and you won't even realize when it is finished. Okay, Auntie. I'm going to close my eyes. Okay. Chinky, I heard that you and Gattu made a sandwich. Is it true? Yes, Auntie. We were taught in school how to make it. The sandwiches were really delicious and very healthy. Really? How was it healthy? Auntie, that sandwich doesn't have cheese, but lots of vegetables. And hence, it was very healthy sandwich. Oh, now I got it. You are really very smart, Chinky.
In this way, Auntie kept chatting with Chinky, and within 5 minutes or so, Chinky's new haircut was finished and it looked very nice.
Chinky dear, now you can open your eyes. What? Really? Is my haircut finished so early? Auntie, I didn't even realize it. And you did it so fast. You see, Chinky? Didn't I tell you that there's nothing to worry about?
Wow, Chinky! Now you realize, Chinky, you have got a haircut and you have also managed to overcome your fear, right?
Yes, Papa. Now I am not scared at all. It is so nice to hear that, Chinky. So I was thinking, why don't we eat ice cream to celebrate this?
So then they went to have an ice cream party. New school uniform. Gattu and Chinky had developed a habit of watching a show after coming home from school. School Days was a show about 4 or 5 students living in a boarding school at Dehradun. And Gattu Chinky loved watching the boarding school, hostel and the adventures that were happening in it. Today also, Gattu and Chinky came home and switched on the TV.
Hey kids, change your school dress first. You can watch TV later. But today's episode of School Days will be over by then. I don't want to miss this show at all. What is so special about this show? Mummy, it is about a boarding school and students living in it. All of my classmates talk about this show daily. This is our favorite show, Mummy. Oh, alright. I will go and start preparing lunch for both of you.
Mummy went to the kitchen and started preparing lunch. Gattu Chinky started watching TV.
Hey Gattu, students of School Days look so smart, don't they? And look at their uniforms. Their uniform really make them look smart. Now I find our school uniform very boring. Why is it boring? It is really boring. Plain white shirt and with it navy blue pants for boys and navy blue skirt for girls. No design, no pattern, no interesting color at all. Yes, in this TV show, the girls wear maroon and white checkered shirt. I personally think that uniform is a useless idea. I wish I could wear my jeans and t-shirt while going to school. I don't think so, bro. You must wear a uniform in the school.
Chinky tried very hard to explain the importance of school uniforms to Gattu, but Gattu did not get it. In the evening, Gattu went to play cricket along with his friends, and Chinky went to the market with Mummy to buy some things. While playing cricket, Gattu was fielding, and he had to dive in to catch the ball, so his t-shirt got torn a little bit. He returned home and called Chinky because Chinky was still in the market with their mummy.
Listen, Chinky, I tore my sports t-shirt while playing. While returning home, please buy a new t-shirt for me from a sports shop. Okay, Gattu. And listen, buy a jersey of Indian team for me. I like only those types of t-shirts. Alright, I know that.
Chinky and Mummy bought a t-shirt of the Indian cricket team's jersey for Gattu, which had Virat Kohli's name printed on it. After returning home, when they showed Gattu his t-shirt, He was beyond happy. By that time, Papa had returned from the office too. So, Gattu wore that t-shirt and asked his father.
How does this t-shirt look on me, Papa?
It looks great on you, Gattu. This blue color suits you very well.
Indian team's jersey is very special in a way.
After some time, Mummy called everyone for dinner and they both sat around the table to have dinner. While having dinner, Gattu asked Papa about school uniform.
Papa, why uniforms are necessary for the school?
Why are you suddenly asking about school uniforms, dear?
Actually, the uniform of our school is so boring. That is why I was saying to Chinky, it would be so better if we could wear our favorite jeans and t-shirt to school. Papa, I really tried very hard to explain him why school uniforms are necessary. But he doesn't get what I'm saying.
Gattu, school uniforms are related to the identity of the school and its students in a way. They are a part of the school's identity.
How?
Well, now tell me, why do you like to wear a t-shirt that is similar to the Indian team's blue jersey when you can play cricket in a t-shirt of any other color?
That is because I feel like I am also a part of the Indian team and it makes me excited to play cricket very well.
That is correct. Similarly, when we wear a uniform, be it a school uniform or sports or uniform of a national duty like police or army, we become a part of that big organization and that makes us feel very proud.
And it makes us feel like we are representing our school everywhere we go. So we pay attention to behave in a good manner.
Absolutely right. Gattu now understood why school uniforms are very important. Next day, when Gattu and Chinky reached the school, they stood in a queue with other students for a morning prayer at their school. After the prayers are over, Principal Madam made an announcement and told them something new.
Students, this year our school is celebrating its Silver Jubilee. That means it has completed 25 years after the establishment of the school.
All the kids started clapping happily.
And to make the Silver Jubilee even more memorable, we have decided a new logo and a new school uniform for the school. These new uniforms are available in the official retail stores of the school. And from next Monday, you have to wear this uniform. Understood?
Upon hearing this, all the students were now curious that how this new uniform would be. Gattu, Chinky and their friends were discussing it during a lunch break.
This is a very nice idea to have a new uniform. Anyway, I find our navy blue pants and white shirt style of uniform very boring. I wish our new uniform is similar to the one shown in school days. Yes, the school uniform shown in school days looks so nice on the students. I also like it.
Gattu, Chinky, Mummy and Papa went to buy new school uniforms on Saturday. There they saw the new uniform for the first time. And Gattu and Chinky liked the dark grey color scheme very much over the earlier navy blue color. On Monday morning, Gattu and Chinky wore their new uniforms and got ready for the school. Gattu was wearing dark grey pants along with cream colored shirt and he was wearing a matching dark grey tie with it. On the pocket of the shirt, the school's new logo was embroidered. Chinky was also wearing a cream shirt with the school's new logo on the pocket. And with it she was wearing a checkered skirt with dark grey, light grey and off-white colors. This print was very similar to the one shown in school days, except for its maroon colored scheme.
Wow, Chinky, your uniform looks exactly like the uniform in school days. Yes, Gattu, and you are also looking very smart in this new uniform.
When Gattu and Chinky reached the school, they saw everyone was wearing a new uniform and were very excited.
It feels like we all have come to a new school. Yes, this new uniform is really very nice. Now I will never say a uniform is boring. I am feeling very nice after wearing it.
All the kids went to their classrooms happily, wearing new school uniforms, and their faces were lit up with excitement and happiness. Gattu's video game. Gattu and Chinky have returned home from school.
Come on, kids. The lunch is ready. Go, get freshen up. You must be hungry by now, right?
Yes, Mommy. I am famished. And I think you have made chole bhature today.
Wow, it smells just mouth-watering, Mummy.
Of course it will be. I made them for you with so much love. Now come on, dig in. It will get cold otherwise. Then it won't taste as good.
Okay, Mummy.
Gattu and Chinky took a seat at a dining table. Mummy served them chole bhature on their plates. Chinky was very excited to eat, but Gattu seemed lost in his world.
Mummy, where is your phone? My phone? Why do you want my phone, Gattu? I just want it. Tell me where it is, Mummy. First, tell me why do you need it? You won't understand. Oh, really? Is that so? Chinky, you tell me what is going on.
Mummy, he wants to play that game. Don't give him the phone.
Mind your own business, Chinky.
There is a new game in the market and all of his friends were talking about it. That game is played on the phone.
Oh, okay. Which game is it?
Mummy, it's a car racing game. Zoom Zoom X. It has lots of fast cars like Ferrari, Bugatti, and you can use them to play. All of my friends play that game. Mummy, I also want to play. Can I play it for a while after I finish? Please, Mummy, please.
Okay. You can play the game, but first finish your lunch.
Thank you, Mummy. You're the best. Mummy, don't trust his sweet words. He will be glued to the phone and will not listen to anyone at all.
Mummy laughed at Chinky's warning tone. Gattu finished his meal and grabbed Mummy's phone.
Look, Gattu, it's 2 o'clock now. I want it back by 3 o'clock. Understand?
Okay, Mummy, don't worry. I will give it back. Yes, Mummy. 1 more hour, please. I have crossed 1 level by now. I will give it back at 4 o'clock, for sure.
And it continued till 7 o'clock. Gattu and Chinky's papa returned home from office.
Oh, you are home? Please talk to Gattu. He has been playing games on my phone since afternoon and hasn't returned yet.
Gattu, give Mummy's phone back. If you keep playing games for so long, it will damage your eyes. Have you finished your homework? Chinky, has he finished his homework?
No, Papa. He has been playing games since we returned.
Gattu, give me the phone and go do your homework. You will not get the phone from now on. Listen, log the phone with a password.
Gattu will never be able to guess it.
Gattu and Chinky were doing their homework in the evening, but Gattu's mind was consumed by the game.
Gattu, you look like a ghost. What are you doing this early, Gattu?
Don't shout, Chinky. I have a headache. You have been busy with the phone for the whole time. How will you go to school now?
Gattu, what happened to you? Are you not feeling well? He was playing Zoom Zoom X for the whole time. That's why he looks like this.
What? Only Gattu can do such a thing. Didn't Mummy and Papa scold you? I was addicted to Zoom Zoom X once. And now, Mummy and Papa don't give me their phone anymore.
Mummy Papa has locked the phone with the password. But Gattu cracked it.
You are right. Anyway, today's Friday. We are meeting in the park in the evening to play games. Okay? You guys are coming, right?
Yes.
Yes. See you then.
Come on, Gattu. Let's go to play. Everyone is going to be there. Hari, Pinky, Bunny, Goody, everyone. Come on, Gattu.
Chinky, don't irritate me. You can go if you want to.
Chinky was surprised. Gattu was one of the boys who was always ready to play. Chinky was hurt a little bit. But more than that, she was concerned for Gattu. She went to play with a heavy heart. The next day also, Gattu was playing a game on the phone. And suddenly, he get an alert on the screen, saying in big red letters, "Game update, please wait." Gattu got frustrated. He only wanted to play the game, but had to wait for the game to update.
It will take time to update the game. What can I do till then? Oh God. I should go and see what Chinky is doing. Mummy, where is Chinky? What? You have actually put the phone aside? Chinky has gone out to play with her friends. Hari is also there. Are you going too? Yes, Mummy, I'm also going. Hey, Gattu, you came. We thought you forgot about us due to the game. Yes, we thought Zoom Zoom X replaced us in your life. Yes, I also felt the same. Come on, we are playing tag. You are a new player, so you will have to catch us. Run, everybody.
Gattu tried to catch and tag them, but he's too weak to catch them. He was running very slowly. He started feeling dizzy. He was playing after many days, so he couldn't open his eyes due to the bright light. He was also sweating profusely and breathing heavily. Finally, due to weakness, Gattu fell to the ground. All of his friends were shocked to see this. They rushed to help him. Gattu started crying.
Gattu, what happened? Are you alright? No, Chicky, I'm feeling very weak. I feel that I will never be able to play anything. What will happen now, Chinky? Oh, for Gattu, you are a drama queen. You don't sleep well, nor do you eat properly. You just keep playing the game all day. So, it was bound to happen. Don't worry, Gattu. We will make you strong and happy once again. What do I have to do about it? For that you have to eat lots of green vegetables. And you have to play with us. You need good sleep too. And lots of vitamin D that you will get from sun rays. And the most important thing is, you will have to cut down the time spent on mobile games.
Gattu felt very bad, but he knew that Chinky was speaking the truth.
You are right, Chinky. I will spend less time on mobile games now.
Gattu really listened to Chinky and his friends. He went home and returned the phone to Mummy. Mummy gave him a tasty vegetable of okra with roti. He ate it happily. At night, he slept on time. His mummy-papa were very happy that he is sleeping peacefully. In school, during recess, once again a new game was being discussed.
It is a new fantasy game. It has magicians and dragons. Really? Why, Gattu? Do you want to be a gaming monster once again? Yes, but not every day. Only once a week. Gattu, you cannot be helped.
Ram Mandir. Gattu and Chinky came home from school and told Mummy that they had a holiday the next day on the occasion of Ram Navami.
Mummy, we have a holiday tomorrow. I will get bored, I'm sure. Yes, Mummy. Can we go somewhere just to chill?
Gattu, Chinky and Mummy were talking about it when Gattu, Chinky's aunt, came over to their home.
Namaste, Auntie.
Namaste, my dear. How are you guys?
We are absolutely fine. What about you?
I am also good. Chinky, see, I have prepared your favorite sweets. Take this.
Oh, it's your special laddu. Thank you, Auntie. We love these laddus.
I am very glad to see you. Kids miss you and often talk about you. You are planning to stay longer this time, right?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, but I can stay only for one day. Tomorrow is Ram Navami, and tomorrow I am going to visit Ram Mandir.
Really? This is very nice. To be able to see Ram Lala on Ram Navami, it's a very good idea.
Hearing this, Gattu and Chinky asked their mother.
Mummy, can we also go to visit Ram Mandir to see Ram Lala? We even have a holiday tomorrow. You know, please, Mummy, please. Yes, Mummy. I also want to go with Auntie and visit Ram Mandir.
Oh dear, if the kids are insisting so much, then why don't you also come with me? It will be best to celebrate Ram Navami in Ram Mandir itself. I also want to go there. Alright, we will talk to your father after he comes home. Is that okay, kids?
Okay, Mummy.
In the evening after the discussion, it was decided that they would go with the auntie to Ram Mandir to see Ram Lala. The next day, they got ready early in the morning and started the journey. Gattu and Chinky were happy when they reached Ayodhya. So kids, first of all we will bathe in the Saryu river and then go to see Ram Lala.
Okay, Papa.
Then all of them bathed in the Saryu river and after changing their clothes, they go to the temple.
Chinky, the water of the river was so cold, right? Yes, Kattu. But it feels good after taking a bath in the river.
Gattu Chinky, look over there. There are so many stalls set up. Come, let's go and see what they are selling.
Okay, Papa.
After going there, Gattu and Chinky saw that many stalls were selling traditional clothes. And Gattu Chinky were happy to see these kinds of clothes.
Wow, these clothes are awesome, Papa. Papa, let's buy these clothes for all of us. Then we can get ready in a traditional way.
Okay, Gattu, let's buy clothes for everyone. Then Papa and Gattu wore the traditional dhotis, whereas Mummy and Auntie wore beautiful saris. Mummy even bought a little sari for Chinky and helped her to wear it.
Wow, all are looking so good in these dresses. And Chinky, you are also looking amazing in this sari. Thank you, Gattu. You are also looking very fine in this dhoti kurta.
We all are looking good in these traditional clothes. Come on, Gattu Chinky. Now we should go to the temple and see Lord Ram. Then all of them went to visit Hanuman Garhi before going to Ram Mandir.
There are so many people here, Mummy, Papa. All of them have come to visit this place.
Yes, Gattu. Do you know? It is said that here, in this very temple, Lord Hanuman stays and protects Ayodhya city.
Is it really true, Papa? This is very interesting.
Yes, and hence we should always visit Hanuman Garhi before visiting Ram Mandir.
That means next we are going to see Ram Mandir. Am I correct? Yes, Gattu Chinky, we should hurry up. We have yet to visit many other temples before the sun sets and then return home. Okay, Auntie. Okay, Auntie.
Then Gattu and Chinky went to visit Ram Mandir along with the elders. Everyone was mesmerized seeing the grand Ram Mandir. Many people were visiting the temple.
This temple of Lord Ram is marvelous, right, Mummy? And the ideal of Ram Lala is so beautiful. That's true, Chinky. I'm so glad that we came here. And Lord Ram is just about the age of you guys. You can ask anything what you want from him. He listens to everyone. Wow! Alright, Mummy. Wow, Mummy. The prasad that we got in Ram Mandir is also very delicious. You are right, Gattu. This prasad is really very tasty.
After having prasad, they visited all the other temples one by one. There were many temples like Kanak Bhavan Mandir, Nageshwar Nath Mandir and Sita Ki Rasoi. Then they decided to sit for a while. Gattu and Chinky saw that there were many cute monkeys in Ayodhya.
Gattu, Chinky, you should be careful with your things or else monkeys will take them. I'm actually very scared of them. Chinky, there's nothing to be scared of. Take these bananas. If you feed them bananas, they will become your friends. Surely, Mummy? Yes, take this. Mummy, I will also feed them. Alright, Gattu, take this.
Gattu and Chinky fed the bananas to some monkeys and they were having fun doing it. They also snapped many photos over there. Guys, see what have I got for you? This is Ayodhya's famous chaat and kheer. I'm sure you will like it.
Wow, Papa, this chaat and kheer is really very tasty. Yes, it's delicious. I must say, today was a wonderful day. Gattu, Chinky, it was nice that you guys decided to come with me. I am very glad that you are here. Auntie, we are also glad that we came with you. Yes, and we will visit this place again very soon. Right, Mummy, Papa?
Of course we will, Gattu Chinky. Now we should go back, but we will visit again very soon. After visiting Ram Mandir, everyone returned to their home. Chinky's birthday. Only 1 month has passed since the school reopened. Social studies teacher Prabhat sir planned a unique trip for the students. Students, we are going to visit an old age home before school is over.
Old age home? What is that, sir?
Old age home is a kind of a special home for old people who are living alone for some reason. Some people's kids live far away from them, while some people do not have any family. In old age homes, such people are taken care of and they also get to live with other people. All the students along with Prabhat sir boarded the bus and went to visit Sandhya Vridhashram. Over there, they saw many old people living away from their families. There was a strange loneliness and sadness in their eyes. Gattu, Chinky and other kids had always seen their grandparents living with their families only. It was the first time that they witnessed that so many old people are living in such old age homes away from their families. Prabhat sir and the manager of that old age home made the kids talk to many old people. Meeting these small kids in their old age home and talking to them made the old people very cheerful. After coming home from the school, Gattu and Chinky told their mummy papa everything about the school trip. That is when Gattu remembered something.
Hey Chinky, after 2 days, it is your birthday.
Yes, Chinky's birthday is in 2 days. We should plan a grand celebration for her birthday. Mummy, the people living in an old age home must be missing the birthday parties celebrated in their families, right? So why don't we celebrate our birthday party with them? That's a great idea, Chinky. But how can we contact that old age home?
Don't worry, Mummy. I will discuss about this with Prabhat sir.
Next day, Gattu told Prabhat sir about their plan to celebrate Chinky's birthday. Prabhat sir was very glad when he heard this idea. This is a very amazing plan, Gattu. I will talk to the manager of that old age home. Gattu also informed their few friends that this year they are planning to celebrate Chinky's birthday in a unique way. He invited all his friends to his home on next day at 5 o'clock. And then finally it was Chinky's birthday. Chinky woke up early in the morning and she bowed down to her parents and took their blessings.
Happy birthday, Chinky!
Happy birthday, Chinky! Now go and see what is that on the table. Chinky turned and went to see. On the table, a gift wrapped in color paper was kept, and it has a note saying, Happy birthday, Chinky.
Oh wow! Surprise gift! What is this? Open it and see.
Chinky unwrapped the gift with excitement. It was a book with the title Inspirational Women of India. This book has life stories of lots of famous women like Mother Teresa, Kiran Bedi, Mary Kom and Indra Nooyi. I noticed that you also have a spark to do something good for our country and society.
Thank you, Papa. This is a very wonderful birthday gift. I like it.
After some time, Chinky, Gattu, Mummy and Papa went to a temple nearby. They performed puja and Panditji gave them prasad. That is when Gattu received a call from Prabhat sir. Gattu talked with him over the phone and informed Papa, Mummy and Chinky.
Prabhat sir just confirmed that people from old age home are ready to organize Chinky's birthday party at their place.
That's good. So this year, Chinky's birthday party will be very unique. Chinky and Mummy were also very happy with this news. While returning home, they bought cake, flowers, balloons and lots of delicious food items for the birthday party. In the evening, at 5 o'clock, Prabhat sir, Gattu, Chinky's few friends arrived at their home. Everyone wished Chinky a happy birthday and then they sat in Papa and Prabhat sir's car to travel to Sandhya Vridhashram. Old age home's manager had already informed everyone about Chinky's birthday party and hence all the old people gathered in a big hall. Happy birthday, Chinky! I was very happy when Prabhat sir told me about your plan to celebrate your birthday in this way. Look at them. They are very excited to celebrate a party with you guys. Chinky noticed that all the old people were looking very happy today. It seems like it has been many years since they attended a kid's birthday party. Meanwhile, Mummy had already arranged the cake and candles on the table, whereas Gattu and his friends decorated the hall with balloons and flowers. Then Chinky cut the cake and all the old people excitedly sang, Happy birthday to you. Then Mummy and Gattu arranged cake, wafers, samosas and other delicious food items on the plate and distributed these plates among everyone over there. Gattu and Chinky's friends Hari and Raju had set up a music system and speakers in a corner. And then Gattu and Hari started dancing to a rocking party song. Chinky, Papa, Mummy and Prabhat sir along with all the elderly people were enjoying a lot and were clapping to cheer up Gattu and Hari. And suddenly the music stopped and the lights went out. It was dark everywhere.
Hey, what happened?
Oh God! Why is this happening now? Nowadays, we are frequently facing power cut issues in this area. Once it happens, it doesn't come back before 1 to 2 hours.
Oh no, it ruined the mood of our party.
But an old-aged uncle said, "Hey, we can't let this issue ruin the party. It's Chinky's special birthday party." The uncle, along with these 3-4 friends, left the room, and after 5 minutes, they returned with lots of candles. Within a few minutes, they lit lots of candles and placed them in the room. The room was brightly lit due to the candles. Then another old uncle started singing Shammi Kapoor's old song, and the remaining people started clapping to give beats to the song, and very soon the atmosphere changed back to fun and happiness. Then one old uncle sang a very melodious bhajan of Lord Krishna, and another uncle played a flute. Everyone really enjoyed this musical environment. After some time, the lights came back. Everyone showered Chinky with lots of blessings.
Dear, after many years, today we felt like we are celebrating a birthday party with our own family. You have really won our hearts today. Yes, Chinky dear. May God give you all the happiness in the world. Kids like you, when grow up, do something for the betterment of society. God bless you, dear.
Yes, Chinky dear. May God give you all the happiness in the world. Kids like you, when grow up, do something for the betterment of the society. Hearing all this, Chinky's mummy papa felt very proud of her.
Chinky, their blessings is the most precious gift you received on your birthday.
Chinky smiled hearing this, and then everyone wished her once again.
Happy birthday,
Chinky! Swimming class. After the school prayer was over, the principal announced, "From now on, you will have weekly hobby classes. It will be compulsory for you to participate in a game every Saturday.
Okay, sir.
All the children will have to maintain decorum in the swimming class, and there will be a specific dress code too. Those students who will prove themselves to be the best in these classes will be sent to participate at the state and national level on behalf of the school." Kids started applauding happily. After reaching home, Gattu says,
Mummy, you will have to buy us swimming costumes. From now on, we will be having swimming classes as hobby classes every Saturday. Wow, that's very nice. Swimming is really good for the health. It makes your muscles strong.
But Chinky was standing with a sad face. It's like she was not at all excited for the swimming class.
What happened, dear? Why are you so quiet? You don't look happy. You will also need swimming costumes, right? Mummy, I am scared of water. I will drown in the water for sure. Mummy, give me some excuse. I don't want to join swimming classes. Why, dear? You should never be scared. If you are scared of something, then face it. Otherwise, you will never overcome this fear. No, Mummy, I don't want to swim. What if I drown?
Mummy starts laughing after hearing this.
You will be alright. There will be some experts to teach you. Go, get ready. We will get to the market after Papa arrives and buy swimming costumes for you.
After some time, Papa returns from the office and they all go to the market.
Gattu Chinky, buy same costumes. Pick common color black. Yes, Mummy. I also like this dress. Mummy, I like this dress too.
So both of them bought their swimming costumes and then they tried them at home. It was Saturday and Chinky was trying very hard to take leave from the school.
Mummy, I have a headache. Can I take a leave? No excuses going to work, Chinky. Go to school and face your fear. I'm sure you will be a great swimmer one day.
Then Gattu started teasing Chinky.
Scared cat, scared cat. Don't tease her like this, Gattu. Encourage her. If she is scared today, she will continue to be scared. Take care of her in the class. After practicing for few days, everything will be alright. Okay, Mummy.
Both of them reached their school. After the regular classes were over, all kids reached the swimming area.
Welcome class. First of all, go and change into your swimming costumes. There is a changing room in the back.
Bunty, Gattu, Goody and Chinky all changed their dresses and come back.
Chinky, the color of your dress is so nice. Your dress is beautiful too, Goody.
The teacher asked them to stand in a queue.
The most important thing for swimming is controlling your breath. And the reason for it is, if you have to stay for a long period in the water, you will not have any problem in breathing. For this, you have to practice pranayam, which you were taught in yoga classes. Today, you will go into the pool and stay in it for a few minutes.
Then an assistant came and taught the kids to tie swim tire to them. All the kids jumped into the water one by one, but Chinky was standing on the edge due to fear.
What happened, Chinky? Why are you not going in?
I am scared, teacher.
Why are you scared? Nothing will happen. You have tied a tire to yourself. You can go in without worrying, and my assistant will also keep an eye on all of you.
Her friends were also asking her to jump in.
Chinky, don't be scared. We are all here for you. Yes, Chinky, don't worry. You will like this. Chinky, please come into the pool. Come, Chinky, please.
Gattu comes out of the water and then talks to Chinky.
Come on, Chinky. I will come with you. There is nothing scary. Just close your eyes.
Gattu holds Chinky's hands and takes her to the pool.
The water is so cold. Now I will let go of your hand very slowly. And you can open your eyes slowly without any fear.
When Chinky opens her eyes, everyone was clapping for her.
Chinky, Chinky, Chinky.
Chinky is very happy too. The teacher says,
"Didn't I tell you? You should not be scared. You are feeling good, right?"
Yes, teacher.
So that's it for today. Don't forget to practice pranayam for this whole week for your lungs.
Okay, teacher.
The whole week kids watched swimming videos on YouTube. This time Chinky was the first one to go into the water. Other kids were happy to see this. Teacher says,
"Today you will learn how to kick your legs and how the hands have to move."
Okay, teacher.
Now all the kids have to go from this end to that end. Let's see who comes first.
All the kids try to do that.
Wow, Chinky, you are doing very good.
So this way the swimming classes continued every Saturday and Chinky learned to swim very well and faster than all the other kids.
You have overcome your fear, Chinky. And you have done your best. So we have decided that you should also be included in the team of 4 people which will participate in the inter-school competition. And second place goes to Bunty.
All the kids started clapping.
Mummy, I got selected in school level competition. See, I told you, right? You will be a great swimmer one day. You have faced your fear. Do you know, Mummy? She was scared to jump in the pool on the first day. Yes, teacher told me that. But today she's a winner. So, as I say always, do the things that you are scared to do. And you will overcome the fear.
And Chinky rushes to Mummy and hugs her.
Mummy!
Gattu's football match. You never know when do children start liking what. No one can tell when they grow which habit. Gattu also had a habit. The habit of moving his right leg in sleep. You will laugh upon hearing this, but when Chinky got up in the middle of the night to drink water, she saw his feet moving in the dark and cried out loudly.
Mom! Dad!
Their parents came running to their room, turned on the lights and they asked Chinky,
What's the matter, kiddo? What happened? Look, Dad!
When their parents looked at Gattu, they burst into laughter. Because Gattu was in deep sleep and was constantly kicking in the air by raising his right leg. He was looking quite funny.
Oh my god, what's this new thing with Gattu now?
Gattu, get up! Gattu! Gattu woke up with his parents' voice. He said,
Mom, Dad, what is the matter? You were swinging your feet like a helicopter in the air and you are asking us what happened? You know how scared I was? No, Chinky. Maybe you have had a bad dream.
Hearing this, Dad laughed and said,
What do you think, Gattu? Your mother and I were also dreaming after coming here.
Son, you were kicking really hard in the air.
Never mind, it happens. Let's all go to sleep.
But this was happening every day. Every day Gattu used to move his feet in the air in deep sleep, and poor Chinky used to lose her sleep. Then Chinky came up with an idea. She tied that leg of Gattu.
Now all problems are solved.
But no, Gattu's tied leg also started dancing, and Chinky was confused.
Oh God!
This story did not stop inside the bedroom. It reached outside the bedroom to the society and then school. Actually, the thing was that Gattu now was kicking one leg in the air not only in his sleep, but also when he used to be awake. And because of that, the people around him were in danger. That day, Gattu's kick reached Bunty's eye. And when Mishra sir came to know about this, he too got upset. Gattu was walking kicking in the air. When he used to find a tin can on the way, he used to stumble on it and bring it to his house. When lots of cans got piled up in the house, then Mom and Dad became serious.
Gattu, what is this habit? Before you used to do it inside your bedroom and now outside the bedroom too? Chinky was telling me that anyhow Bunty got saved that day. Whatever you get, you bring it to home. Then I have to sell it back to the garbage vendor. What is all this, Gattu?
I don't even understand why I am doing this. Kicking has become my passion. It is not that I want to hurt or intimidate anyone, but I do not understand why I am leaving everything behind to just kick something.
Gattu did not understand, but Dad understood. Dad told Gattu,
Don't worry, son. I understand. And I have a good cure for this habit. You will like it very much.
What is that, Papa?
Walk with me in the evening. You will get to know yourself.
Then in the evening, Dad went to a sports shop with Gattu, and from there he took out a football for Gattu. As soon as he saw football, Gattu had a nice smile on his face and his right leg got into the dance mode.
Wow, Dad, football. This is what I wanted. This was what my leg was dancing for again and again. The problem is that I didn't know at that time that I wanted a football.
And Gattu did not stop just saying this. He placed the football on the ground, and along with football, Gattu also started playing and jumping. Along with father, the shopkeeper uncle was also happy.
Such a good hold on football at such a young age. Sir, one day your Gattu will become a famous football player.
Gattu's happiness knew no bounds after hearing this. Now the next story had become more interesting. Because Gattu had got such a thing to kick, which was fun and no one even said anything. Gattu used to do football practice every day after coming home from school and before going to school in the morning. One day he took his football with him to the school and started playing football as soon as he got time. Many children of the school also started coming to school with football, and there was only footballs and footballs on the school grounds. Principal Pandey noticed that and he told Mishra sir,
What do you say, sir? Let's do a one-on-one match with the kids.
Yes sir, I was thinking the same thing. Now the atmosphere has been created, so let's kick it. Then what? Two teams were made. One was Gattu's team and the other was Bunty's team. Players were distributed equally to both and the football match started. Mishra sir and Pandey sir were in goalkeeper's position. Gattu was in Mishra sir's team. Gattu was kicking in such a way that Pandey sir was sweating while stopping the ball.
Hey, this kid plays really well. The ball kicked by his isn't visible at all. The goals are being scored.
Thus ended the match. Gattu's team had won. Wow kids, well done Gattu. Your kick performance was really good. You have a lot more to learn in football, but don't worry.
Pandey sir has got some ideas for you.
Gattu, I am arranging a football trainer for you on behalf of the school. He will only train you. You will play football on behalf of the school and you will make our school and country proud. Gattu was so happy to hear this, so ecstatic, that he kicked the football with a forceful kick and the football disappeared into the sky above the wind. Science Lab. It was a science lecture. All the children were paying attention. Students, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combine to make water. This is the chemical formula of water.
But sir, how does it come to know? Where can you test the drop of water?
This can be done in the science lab, kids.
Can we see hydrogen with naked eyes?
No, they are too small to be seen with just eyes. You need a specific instrument for it. Let's do one thing. Coming Friday, we will visit the science lab. I will answer all your questions then and there.
Okay, sir.
Then it was Friday. Students, we are going to the science lab. Keep one thing in mind. Do not touch anything in the lab. Just watch and observe. You will get the information about all the equipment. Stay in a line and maintain the decorum.
Okay, sir.
Soon all the children reached the science lab in a queue. Everyone was amazed after entering the lab. There were tall instruments on the tables. The teacher showed them the microscope and said, "This is a microscope. It is called Sukshmadarshi in Hindi. Our eyes can see things to a certain capacity. Things that are not visible to the eyes can be seen through it. It was invented by Anthony Leeuwenhoek. It is used in zoology and botany to see up to a cell. Its capacity can be increased by the lens."
Wow! This is amazing, sir. Can I see a cell in it?
Yes, why not? One by one, all of you take a look at these things. You can even see the germs present in a drop of the water. After that, all the kids were observing the microscope. If you are done watching the microscope, then let's go ahead. Let us see how the chemicals are made. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Come, let me show you some special instruments first. This round tube is called a test tube and its stand is called a test tube stand. It is held in a holder so you don't get burnt while heating it. All of you have to see. All the children hold the test tube in their hands. Now look at this. It's a measurement. It has different capacities from 10 ml to 500 ml.
But why is it needed, sir?
So that we can take the right amount of chemical. All the formulas that are made here need to be recorded even up to a millimeter. It helps in creating a chemical formula. Do you remember the formula of water that I told you?
Yes, sir. H2O.
Very good. All of you remember it. Now look at this. A wire mesh. When these jars are heated, there is a possibility of breaking the glass due to very high flame. It is used so that the flames don't touch the glass directly.
Does it controls the heat, sir?
Yes, kids. Try to remember. When your mother or grandmother keeps the pan on the gas, it gets directly heated. But if the glass utensil is not of good company or quality, then it breaks. However, all the equipment in the chemistry lab is made of good quality glass.
Okay, sir.
Now look at this. This is a tripod stand. It has 3 legs. Hence it is called a tripod. A net is placed on the top of it and a lamp is lit below. Wait, let me show you how. Teacher explains how to set up the tripod stand. All the kids also tried to set it up. Then Bunty said,
What are those colorful tubes, sir?
Those are not colorful tubes. It is the color of the chemicals in them. Actually, they can also be called different types of glass utensils or equipment like burette, pipette. You don't have to remember all these names. You just have to understand how things work in a science lab.
Okay, sir.
Students from the 9th class above do practicals here. You will also get to do it when you grow up.
Sir, to become a scientist,
Do we have to work in such labs?
Yes, kids, in the lab. Becoming a scientist is a long process. You are too young for that now. Then the lab assistants entered.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Students, he is our lab assistant. He takes care of all these instruments and also keeps a close eye on the children in here to check if they are using the right chemical. Now he will tell you about some instruments.
Hello, sir.
Hello, kids. Come, let me show you the fuel tube. It is very small. And let me show you the platform balance.
The vegetable sellers also have this.
You are absolutely right. This is the same. They have some big measurements. Here we have the digital instruments even for very small measurements.
Sir, are those bottles full of colors?
The assistant starts laughing and says,
No, kids. They are different types of chemicals which are kept in the glass bottles.
Why is everything kept only in a glass bottle, sir?
Some chemicals are inflammable, which means they can burn. Plastic or other bottles may burn. That is why most of the chemicals are kept in glass.
Wow. But it can be kept in steel or iron bottles too.
Some materials react with iron as well. That is why it is not kept in it.
The teacher was watching them from a distance. He is very happy to see their curiosity. I am very happy, kids, that you observed and understood everything so carefully. I think now you have got enough information. Now say thank you to the assistant, sir, so that we can return to our class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, kids.
And like this, all the kids make a line and return to their classes. Summer season. It was a summer evening. Gattu and Chinky were playing football on the playground along with Bunty and Goody.
Come on, Chinky. Pass the ball to me.
Take this, Gattu.
Chinky kicked the football very hard, but Bunty managed to stop it midway.
Nice try, Chinky. But now the ball is all mine. Hey, Bunty. Pass the ball to me. Goody, take this.
Hey, look over there. Kulfi seller is here.
All the children forget about their game and rushed to buy kulfi. Everyone bought kulfi and returned to the ground. Then they sat down to enjoy it.
This kulfi is so cold. This is very tasty. I really enjoy eating kulfi.
Yes, our all tiredness is gone.
And after eating this, we are not feeling hot as we did earlier, right? Yes, you are absolutely right, Goody.
All the kids enjoyed eating kulfi and then they returned to their homes. After reaching their home, Gattu Chinky searched for their mummy.
Mummy, where are you? Yes, guys, I'm here in the kitchen. Go wash your hands and legs and freshen up. I am cutting chilled mangoes for you.
Wow, Mummy. We will freshen up in no time.
Then Gattu and Chinky quickly washed their hands and legs. Then they started enjoying cold mangoes while watching TV. The cooler was turned on and Gattu and Chinky were taking turns to sit in front of it.
Wow, these mangoes are so sweet and juicy, right?
Yes, Gattu, you are right. These mangoes are really very sweet.
Now move aside, Chinky. It is my turn to sit in the front of the cooler now.
Gattu, please give me 2 more minutes. Then I will move away.
Oh, hurry up, Chinky. I also want to enjoy cool air from the cooler, Chinky.
Okay, Gattu. Now it's your turn. Come and sit in front of cooler.
Wow, this is so good. Sitting in front of the cooler and eating cold mangoes is an amazing experience.
Gattu and Chinky started laughing out loud. In the evening also it was very hot and Gattu Chinky were soaked in sweat. As a solution to this problem, both of them asked Mummy to fill the swimming pool with water.
Mummy, will you please fill a swimming pool with water? The temperature is so high today. It will be fun if we spend some time in the swimming pool.
Yes, Mummy. Please fill the swimming pool quickly. I can no longer tolerate this heat anymore. Alright guys, why not? I will go and get your swimming pool ready now.
Then Mummy quickly filled the swimming pool. Gattu and Chinky wore their swimming costumes and jumped into the swimming pool with a splash.
Wow, this is so good. The water of the swimming pool feels so cool. Aha, it feels like all the heat has disappeared from here.
Gattu was enjoying his time in the swimming pool when Chinky targeted Gattu with a water gun.
Hey Chinky, what are you doing? How do you like it, Gattu? See, this is my super gun, which will drive the heat away. Your gun is really good, Chinky.
In this way, Gattu and Chinky enjoyed their time in the swimming pool for a very long time, and Mummy was glad to see that they were happy. After some time, she called both of them.
Gattu, Chinky, now come out of the swimming pool, guys. Don't spend too much time in the water. The sun has already set and very soon it will be night.
Then Gattu and Chinky stepped out of the pool and went to change their clothes. After changing into dry clothes, they went into their balcony and were waiting for their papa. It was a night and the sky was very clear. In the summer season, you can see the stars in the sky very clearly. Gattu and Chinky were looking at the stars. Then Papa returned. Oh wow kids! Were you guys waiting for me to come home?
Yes, Papa, you're right. Yes, Papa, we were waiting for you only.
Oh really? Then Gattu rushes and brings a glass of water for Papa.
Here, Papa, drink water. You must be very tired.
Yes, Gattu, I'm really very tired. It is very hot outside. Now tell me, what you guys did today?
We ate kulfi today and we also played with our friends, Guddu and Bunty. Yes, and we ate chilled kulfi and sweet mangoes. Then we played in the swimming pool. Today was a very nice day, Papa.
Very good. I'm very happy to hear that. It seems like you guys had a lot of fun today.
Come on guys, all of you, let's have dinner.
Come on guys, Mummy is calling us for dinner. Then all of them sat together and started eating. After some time, Papa looked at Chinky. She was removing cucumber and tomato from her plate and keeping it aside. Chinky dear, what are you doing? Why are you not eating salad?
Papa, I don't like all these vegetables at all. I don't want to eat them.
Chinky, do you know how important eating cucumber and tomato is for our body in the summer season? In the summer season, water evaporates from our body at a very high pace, and our bodies may get dehydrated due to lack of water. So we have to eat vegetables and fruits that have lots of water in them. These cucumber and tomatoes are full of water, and this way it fulfills our body's water requirement. So you have to eat salad in the summer.
Yes, Chinky, Papa is absolutely right. Okay, Mummy. Now I got it, Papa. Now I will eat cucumber and tomatoes every day.
Then Chinky finished her meal completely. And after they finished their meal, they were watching TV together. After that, Mummy brought mango shakes for everyone.
Wow, Mummy, mango shake. It's very nice.
Nice. Today we are going to have mango shake as a dessert. Very good. Now this is a real dessert.
Now stop talking and let's drink our mango shake quickly. Wow, Mummy, this shake is so tasty. It is really very nice. Yes, nothing can beat mangoes in summers.
Yes, kids, this mango shake is really very tasty.
Mummy, will you make mango shake tomorrow also? And then day after tomorrow too? And then throughout the summer?
Everybody starts laughing at Gattu's demand, and Gattu also joined them.
Yes, my dear, why not? I will make this tasty mango shake for you every day, okay?
Gattu and Chinky went to an amusement park. Gattu and Chinky were lying down in their room and chatting. Their TV was turned on too. And while they were chatting, Gattu suddenly noticed the advertisement running on the TV.
Wow, Chinky, look at that. What a big amusement park it is. Yes, Gattu, I think this amusement park has just opened. Think, Chinky, our summer holidays are about to end and this time we haven't gone anywhere to enjoy the holidays. Come, let's ask Mummy and Papa to take us there. Gattu, you are absolutely right. Papa got an extra workload in the office all of a sudden And because of that, we had to spend all our holidays at home only. We did not go anywhere this time. When all our friends will return from their vacation, they will have lots of stories to tell. What places they have visited, how much fun they have had. And here we are getting bored. Don't talk like that, Gattu. Let's go and ask Mummy one more time. Yes, let's go. Let us try it together once again.
Then Gattu and Chinky went to their mummy together. Their mummy was busy cleaning the room. Gattu looked at mummy and then signaled Chinky. Chinky understood what Gattu is trying to say, and they both started cleaning the room too. Their mummy was surprised by this.
Kids, what are you doing? You are cleaning the room without me asking you to do it? What happened? What do you want? Come on, Mummy. It's not like that. We are good children. So we decided to help you in cleaning the room. Yes, Mummy, he's right. If you have any other work to do, then let us know, huh? We will love to help you.
And this way Gattu and Chinky helped their mother the whole day. And it was afternoon.
Okay, kids. Now tell me, what is it? What do you guys want from me?
Gattu and Chinky looked at each other and started thinking something.
Speak up, kids. What's going on in your heads? We want to go to an amusement park, Mummy. Yes, Mummy. Our summer holidays will be over in a few days and we haven't gone anywhere this year. Papa will have weekly off on Sunday. Let's go somewhere and enjoy at least for a day. Please, Mummy, please.
After hearing the plea of the kids, Mummy started thinking. And after some time, she replied,
All right, children. I will definitely talk to your father in the evening. But both of you have to keep being good kids. All right? I promise. We will always behave like good kids. Right, Chinky? Of course, of course.
Mummy smiled at them and went to finish her remaining chores. In the evening, Papa came home. Gattu and Chinky went to their father. Oh God! I'm really very exhausted today. There was a huge workload in the office.
Take this, Papa. I have bought a glass of cold water for you. Papa, come here. I will give you head massage. It will give you a lot of relief.
Hey, what's going on? You guys are treating me like a king. Ha ha ha. That's when Mummy also entered the room. She was about to tell him about the amusement park when Papa said, Kids, I have a very good news for you. You guys will be excited after knowing this for sure.
Really? What is it? Papa, hurry up and tell us.
You know, the new amusement park that has opened in our city. I have tickets for it. My boss was very happy with the extra work I did this summer and gave them as a reward for it. When Gattu and Chinky heard this, they couldn't control their happiness. They started jumping with excitement. And seeing them happy, Mummy was happy too. So then alright kids, it is decided that we are going to an amusement park this Sunday.
Yes, Papa. It will be so much fun. I am also excited. Yay!
It was Sunday. And Gattu and Chinky took a bath and got ready early morning. Mummy was busy packing snacks and everyone was waiting for the car that Papa had booked. All of them were very excited. After some time, the car that Papa booked arrived there. They climbed in the car and left for the amusement park. In the amusement park, Papa and Mummy were showing tickets while Gattu and Chinky were talking.
Wow, Chinky. Look at the number of rides this amusement park has. I really can't wait to enjoy all these rides. Yes, Gattu. We will sit on each of these rides and will enjoy it a lot.
Their Papa and Mummy also return over there. And they tell the kids, Gattu, Chinky, why are you guys standing over there? Come on, your wait is finally over. Gattu and Chinky smiled at each other and then all of them entered the amusement park. Gattu and Chinky enjoyed many exciting rides like roller coaster, bumper cars and many more. And they really liked it. After enjoying many rides, Gattu Chinky sat down on the bench near their parents. And Papa brought ice cream for everyone. Take this, Gattu Chinky. You must be tired. Enjoy this chilled ice cream. It will give you a lot of energy so that you can enjoy even more rides.
Yes, kids, your papa is right.
Gattu Chinky started eating ice cream happily. That's when they noticed a huge tent at some distance on which Magic Show was written. Chinky looked at it and said,
Gattu, look at that. It seems that some kind of magic show will happen in here. I also want to go there. Yes, Chinky, you are right. Let's go and ask Papa to take us there.
Gattu Chinky requested Papa.
Papa, can we please go there? In that tent over there, some kind of magic show is about to start. Please.
Of course, why not? Let's go, kids, to watch that magic show. So all of them finished their ice cream and started walking towards the tent. Papa bought 4 tickets to the magic show. And after that, when Gattu Chinky entered the tent, both of them exclaimed together,
Wow, Mummy, Papa, this tent is even bigger from the inside. Yes, Mummy, it is so big.
A stage was built in the tent, and around that stage, lots of chairs were kept in a row. Gattu Chinky sat in the first row along with their mummy and papa.
Chinky, don't you think we have got amazing seats? From here, we will have even more fun watching the magic show. You are right, Gattu. We are really going to have a lot of fun. I'm so excited.
That is when an uncle entered the stage, who was wearing a black-colored suit, and he was also wearing a magical hat. The uncle had a magical stick with him too.
Wow, Chinky, look, I think he is a magician. And he will be the one performing magic tricks. Look, he also has a magic stick. Yes, Gattu, I also think so.
Children, do you like to eat toffees and chocolates? Along with Gattu and Chinky, all the kids who were present there said yes. Hearing this, magician smiles and then he threw his magical stick in the air. And then chocolates and toffees started raining over there. Gattu and Chinky also collected lots of toffees. And after this, the magician threw his stick in the air once again. And some beautiful flowers appeared in his hands. He stepped down from the stage and gave them to Chinky. Here you go, dear. This is for you.
Thank you so much, magician uncle.
Chinky was very happy after receiving the flowers. Then the magician took his hat in his hand and moved his stick over it in a circular motion. A beautiful rabbit appears from it. Seeing this, everyone started clapping. When the magic show was over, Chinky Gattu came out of the tent with their mummy and papa. So tell me, kids, did you like coming to the amusement park?
Papa, Mummy, thank you so much for bringing us here. Yes, we really enjoyed it very much.
And after that, all of them left the park and went back home.
If you are liking our videos, then like them, comment them and subscribe.